How are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? Today is Wednesday, July the 22nd. Got a birthday shout out going out to Gary Regan. Now, I tell you what, if you're a Facebook fan and you want to follow somebody, Gary Regan's got quite the country and western show. So you might go out there and listen to some Gary Regan any chance you get. Gary Regan. Anyway, also, I'm going to go ahead and sing that song out there for him. Birthday boy, Gary Regan. I said, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I must say. You know, Gary, you turned 1 more year older today. So happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I must say. You know, you turned 1 more year older today. So happy birthday to you, I say. All right, Gary, there you go. Got a Facebook poke shout out going out to Amanda Sue Little. Also, always poking every day, every day. Oh man, can't keep up with my pool ball. I tell you, my brother he wants 50 games of pool a day. Well, you know, 8 ball and 9 ball. That's for me. Anyway, hey, let's jump into the weather forecast. Weather forecast today is going to be brought to you by Wallace Resale. That's right, Wallace Resale. Oh, you know what? I think we ought to bring it up to you by from Papa John's. That's who we ought to be bringing it up to you with. Papa John's is a most tasty treat. Yeah, if you've been wanting to order in a pizza or a takeout pizza, well, I tell you what, you can't go wrong with Papa John's. I myself like the thin crust works. Overcooked, that is. It's easier for me to get on my fork with my limited uh, abilities, so therefore I like the harder crust. Now, I tell you what, that the Works pizza, it's got a combination of black olives and pepperonis and mushrooms and pepper and green pepper and boy, I tell you, it's got all kinds of stuff. And the way they cook it, it just molds them flavors and tastes together. Yes, sir, I'm telling you, Papa John's Pizza is quite the place to go. And not only do they have pizza, boy, they've got some of the best hot wings I think I've ever had. And you can get different kinds of sauce to go with them. If you like yourself some dressings, kind of like blue cheese dressing or ranch, I prefer. But they've got blue cheese and all kinds of other flavors too. Plus, not more than just your hot wings and your hot warm pizza. How about washing it down with an icy cold Pepsi Cola? That's right, an icy cold Pepsi Cola. And then to top it all off, they've got some of the best brownies. I'm telling you, their chocolate chip brownies are the best. So if you got something that you want to do tonight for supper, why don't you just give old Papa John's a call and see what they can do for you? All right, local weather for the St. Charles viewing areas. Um, well, it is July the 22nd. We got partly cloudy skies. A stray shower or thunderstorm is quite possible. Lows around 71 degrees Fahrenheit and winds are going to be light and variable. That's north to northeast at 3 miles per hour. And then Thursday, July the 23rd, partly cloudy skies, a stray shower here and there, or maybe a thunderstorm is quite possible. Highs around 91 degrees Fahrenheit with winds northeast at 5 to 10 mile per hour. Northeast winds, that is. Clear skies overnight with lows kicking down around 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are light and variable. So there you go. Mostly sunny skies for Friday, July the 24th. Highs around 92 degrees Fahrenheit with winds kicking through at 5 to 10 miles per hour from the east to southeast. Mostly clear skies overnight with lows around 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And winds are going to still be out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, July the 25th. Generally sunny despite a few clouds in the afternoon, and then highs around 92 degrees Fahrenheit with winds south to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And so there you go. How about a few clouds overnight, though? 73 degrees Fahrenheit with winds light and variable south, directly out of the south at 5 miles per hour. And then Sunday, July the 26th. Time to go back to church, folks. Intervals of clouds and sunshine, highs around 94 degrees Fahrenheit, with winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then partly cloudy skies overnight, skies. Partly cloudy skies overnight, with lows around 73 degrees Fahrenheit, winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scattered thunderstorms and or showers. Highs around 91 degrees Fahrenheit with winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 60%. Westerly winds at 9 miles per hour. Scattered thunderstorms overnight, variably cloudy with some scattered thunderstorms, that is. Lows around 69 degrees Fahrenheit and winds north to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 60%. New roommate just walked in. He had been out to work, but he's home now. So I figured I'd say hi. Hi. There we go. All right then. Where am I? All righty then. Okay. I lost I lost my place. Oh, my place. Well, I'm done with the weather, so we don't have to worry about that. But of course, I had a muscle spasm, and I always do. And well, ugh, trying to rearrange myself here. There we go. All right. Let's see. How about some music? You know, Mr. Regan just so happens to be a country stinger. And well, I'm going to see if I can go ahead and, well, I guess it's Reagan. Gary Reagan. I wonder if he's related to Ronald. I don't know, but I'm not going to guess it. But anyway, here we go with a country song. I don't know which one it's going to be. I know, I'm going to sing some Alabama. 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 Song lyrics Alabama. Here we go. Over 207 songs from Alabama. The great group of Alabama. That's not A to Z. I want A to Z song lyrics. There we go. Alabama's A to Z song lyrics. I like A to Z because they're easier to find. And, well, I'm used to looking them up that way. Oh, let's see. Do we want to sing a pretty song? Or do we want to sing a hard song? I think we'll do pretty first. Whisper to me softly, breathe words upon my skin. No one's near and listening, so please don't say goodbye. Just hold me close and love me. Press your lips to mine. Mm, feels so right. Feels so right. Lying here beside you, I hear the echoes of your sighs. Promise me you'll stay with me and keep me warm tonight. So hold me close and love me. Give my heart a smile. Mm, mm, feels so right. Feels so right. Your body feels so gentle, and my passion rises high. You're loving me so easy, and your wish is my command. Just hold me close and love me. Tell me it won't end. Mm, feels so right. Feels so right. Feels so right. Oh, you feel so right, baby. All right, there we go. There we go. I like that song. Let's see. Well, I think I think we'll try the Tennessee River. I was born across the river in the mountains where I call home. Lord, times were good there. Don't know why I ever roamed. Oh, Tennessee River and a mountain man. We get together anytime we can. Oh, Tennessee River and a mountain man. We play together, Mother Nature's band. This mountain king done left his throne on the Tennessee River and his mountain home. But I'm going back, leaving today for my homeland so far away. Driving to Dixie, mm, wasting no time. Back to the good lives I left behind. Going down to the river. You know what? I do not know that song. Well, I mean, I know the song, but I don't know the song. I haven't listened to it in such a long time. George Burns. Oh, Burn, Georgia, Burn. Oh, let's see. Dee, 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 dee. That done. Feels so right. I could do a love in the first degree, but I'm not going to. And that's close enough to perfect for me. I'll do that one. Close enough to perfect. I can hang with that. Where's it at? There it is. We'll try it. Sometimes her morning coffee's way too strong. And sometimes what she says all wrong. Right or wrong, she's there beside me, like only a friend would be. And that's close enough to perfect for me. Now she's been known to wear her pants a little too tight, and drinking puts her out just like a light. Heaven knows she's not an angel, but she'd really like to be. And that's close enough to perfect for me. She kisses me each morning and smiles a sleepy smile. She don't have to say it, I can see it in her eyes. Don't you worry about my woman and what you think she ought to be. She's close enough to perfect for me. Sometimes she gets down and starts to cry, but then again, a lady has the right. She's everything I ever wanted. She's all I'll ever need. She's close enough to perfect for me. She kisses me each morning and smiles a sleepy smile. She don't have to say it, I can see it in her eyes. Don't you worry about my woman and what you think she ought to be. She's close enough to perfect for me. Or she's close enough to perfect for me. The closer you get, the further I fall. I'll be over the edge now in no time at all. I'm falling faster and faster and faster with no time to stall. The closer you get, the further I fall. These things that you say to me, the look on your face brings out the man in me. Do I see a trace in your eyes of love? The closer you get, oh baby, the further I fall. Oh, I'll be over the edge now in no time at all. I'm falling faster and faster and faster with no time to stall. The closer you get, the further I fall. Could I be dreaming? Is this really real? 'Cause there's something magic the way that I feel in your arms tonight. The closer you get, the further I fall. I'll be over the edge now in no time at all. I'm falling faster and faster and faster with no time to stall. The closer you get, the further I fall. Keep falling. Oh, yeah, yeah. Keep falling. Falling. Oh, yeah, yeah. Falling. I'm falling. Yes, I'm falling. Yes, I'm falling. Yes, I'm falling. Closer you get. Oh, yeah. Further I fall. Well, I'll be over the edge now in no time at all. I'm falling faster and faster and faster with no time to stall. The closer you get, the further I fall. The closer you get, the further I fall. I'll be over the edge now in no time at all. I'm falling faster and faster. All right, there you go. Oh, there's another one. I got to do it. I got to do this one, and then we'll get on to the story time. Okay. All right. Here we go. Rolling down backwoods, Tennessee byway. One arm on the wheel, holding my lover with the other. Sweet, soft southern thrill. Worked hard all week. Got a little jingle on a Tennessee Saturday night. Couldn't feel better. I'm together with my Dixieland delight. Spend my dollar parked in a holler neath mountain moonlight. I hold her up tight, make a little dirty lovin' on a Mason-Dixon night. Fits my life, oh so right. My Dixieland delight. A white-tailed buck deer, a munching on clover, red-tailed hawk sitting on a limb, chubby old groundhog, croaking bullfrog, feeling free as feeling in the wind. Homegrown country girl, gonna give me a whirl on a Tennessee Saturday night. Lucky as seven, living in heaven with my Dixieland delight. Spend my dollar, parked in a holler neath mountain moonlight. I hold her up tight, I make a little turtle loving on a Mason-Dixon night. Fits my life, oh so right, on my Dixieland delight. Spend my dollar, parked in the holler neath mountain moonlight. I hold her up tight, makes a little turtle loving on a Mason-Dixon night. Fits my life, oh so right, my Dixieland delight. Rolling down backwoods, Tennessee byway, one arm on the wheel. Hold my love with the other. All right, folks, I've got a test for you. This here I would like for you to do. I want you to take out your cell phones, each and every one of you, right here, right now. And I want you to type in any three digits. You gonna do this for me? Any three digits. I'm gonna see if I can't get my roommate to do that for me right now. You got your phone over there, Nathan? Will you grab your telephone out and punch in, go to Google and punch in three digits. I don't care what three digits they are. And right after that, put in new cases and then search it. There you go, folks. Now, when you get done doing that, you're going to be surprised at how many news stories pop up all of a sudden with that number of new cases of coronavirus all the way down. You can scroll down all the way down through everything, and you will see 30, 40, 50 new cases with those three digits of numbers in them, telling you that that's how many cases came up. Now, I don't know, but this is showing you how the media, social media, and whatever else, what they're doing to you. This is some scary stuff that we're all being blindly led into, and it's just, it's just not right. And you can use any three numbers. You can take three digits. You can take three different digits and do it again, and three different digits and do it again. And all day long you can do it, and every one of them is going to come up with some sort of news story somewhere. And there you have it. So there's your social media experiment for today. All right, let's see. What else? Oh, you know what? It's story time. That's what it is. Story time for the kids. So bring the kids up and out of the basement. Go and pull the kids out from the basement. You can untie them now. It's okay. Bring them on up. Tell them it's story time. And I'm going to scare them to death with some Brothers Grimm's fairy tales. All right? Because, well, you know how they all end. Somebody somewhere died. I think we're going to do the marriage of Miss Reynolds. Did I do this yesterday? There was once an old fox. Yeah, I already done that yesterday. We're not going to do the marriage of Miss Reynolds. And we're not going to do the salad. Yeah, we are. No, definitely not going to do the salad. Salad was too young. The youth is too long. My goodness, the youth was way too long. Okay, King's Thrushbird. Okay, we can do that one. We're going to do the King's Thrashard. The King's Thrush Beard. There was once a king who had a daughter. She was more beautiful than words can tell, but at the same time so proud and beauty and haughty that no man who came to woo her was good enough for her. She turned away one after another and even mocked them. One day her father ordered a great feast to be given, and invited to it all the marriageable young men from far and near. They were all placed in a row, according to their rank and position. First came kings, then princes, then dukes, earls, and barons. The princess was led through the ranks, but she had some fault to find with each one of them. So, one was too tall, one was too stout, the one had a beard, She said, the next was too, the next was long and lean and is no good either. The third was too short, short and stout. Eat, can't turn about. The fourth was too white, pale as death. The fifth was too red, turkey cock. The sixth was not straight, over dried, oven dried. So there was something against each of them, but she made specially merry good king, over one good king who stood quiet at the head of the row, and whose chin was a little hooked. Why, she cried, he has a chin like the beak of a thrush. And after that he was always called King Thrushbeard. And when the old king saw that his daughter only made fun of them and despised all the suitors he who had assembled, he was very angry and swore that the first beggar who came to the door should be her husband. A few days after, a wandering musician began to sing at the window, hoping to receive charity. When the king heard him, he said, let him be brought in. Well, shoot, I didn't need to turn that page. The musician came in, dressed in dirty rags, and sang to the king and his daughter. And when he had finished, he begged alms of them. Well, the king said, your song has pleased me so much that I will give you my daughter to be your wife. The princess was horrified stricken. But the king said, I've sworn an oath to give to you to the first beggar who came, and I will keep my word. No entries were of any avail. A person was bought, and she had to marry the musician there and then. When the marriage was completed, the king said, now, you are a beggar woman. You can stay in my castle and any longer. You are a beggar woman. You can't stay in my castle any longer. You must go away with your husband. Well, the beggar took her by the hand and led her away, and she was obliged to go with him on foot. When they came to a big wood, she asked, ah, who is the lord of this forest so fine? It belongs to the king Thrushbeard, and it might have been then if his queen you had been. It might have been thine if his queen you had been. Ah, sad must I sing. I would I'd accepted the hand of the king. After that they reached a great meadow, and she asked again, oh, who is the lord of this meadow so fine? They belong to the king Thrushbeard, and would have been thine, if the queen you had been, if his queen you had been. Ah, sad must I sing. I would I accepted the love of the king. Then they passed through a large town, and again asked, ah, who is the lord of this city so fine? It belongs to the king Thrushbeard, and it might have been thine, if his queen you had been. Ah, said, must I sing. I would I'd accept the heart of the king. There. Okay. It doesn't please me at all," said the musician, "that you are always wishing for another husband. Am I not good enough for you?" At last they came to to a miserable little hovel, and she said, "Oh, heavens! What is this house, so mean and small? The wretched little hut, no house at all." The musician answered, "This is my house and yours, where we are to live together." The door was so low that she had to stoop to get in. "Where are the servants?" asked the princess. "Servants, indeed!" answered the beggar. "Whatever you want done, you must do for yourself. Light the fire and put the kettle on to make my supper. I am very tired." But the princess knew nothing about lighting fires or cooking, and to get it done at all, the beggar had to do it himself. When they had finished their humble fare, they went to bed. But in the morning the man made her get up very early to do the housework. They lived this for a few days until they had eaten up all their store of food. Then the man said, "Wife, this won't do any longer. We can't live here without working. You shall make baskets." So he went out and cut some ossaries and brought them home. She began to weave them, but the hard ossaries bruised her tender hands. "I see that won't do," said the beggar. "You had better spin. Perhaps you can manage that." So she sat down and tried to spin, but the harsh yarns soon cut her delicate fingers and made them bleed. "Now you see," said the man, "what a good for nothing you are. I have made a bad bargain in you, but I will try to start a trade in earthenware, and you must sit in the market and offer your goods for sale." Alas, she thought, "if any of the people from my father's kingdom come and see me sitting in the marketplace offering goods for sale, they will scoff at me." But it was not good. She had to obey, unless she meant to die of hunger. All went well the first time. The people willingly bought her wares, because she was so handsome, and they paid what she had asked them. Nay, some even gave her the money and left her the pots as well. They lived on the gains as long as they lasted, and then the man laid in a new stock of wares. She took her seat in a corner of the market, set out her cookery about her, and began to her ware, cry her wares. Suddenly a drunken hussar came galloping up and rode right in among the pots, breaking them into thousands of bits. She began to cry, and was so frightened that she did not know what to do. "Oh, what will become of me?" she cried. "What will my husband say to me?" She ran home and told him her misfortune. "Who would ever think of setting at the corner of the market with crockery?" he said. "Stop that crying. I see you are no manner of use for any decent kind of work. I have been to your king's palace and asked if they do not want a kitchen wench, and they have promised to try you. You will get your mm, victuals fair at any rate." So the princess became a kitchen wench, and had to wait upon the cook, and do all the dirty work. She fixed a pot into each of her pockets, and in them took home her share of the scraps and leavings, and upon these they lived. It so happened that the marriage of the eldest princess took just then took place, and the poor woman went upstairs and stood behind the door to peep at all the splendor. When the room was lighted up, and she saw the guests streaming in, once more, one more beautiful than the other, and the scene of her sad fate, she cursed the pride and haughtiness which had been the cause of her humiliation, and of her being brought to such depths. Every now and then the servants would throw her bits from the salivary dish they were carrying away from the feast, and these she put into her pockets to take home with her. All at once the king's son came in. He was dressed in silk and velvet, and he had a golden chain around his neck. When he saw the beautiful woman standing at the door, he seized her by the hand, and wanted to dance with her. But she shrank and refused, because she saw that it was King Thrushbeard, who had been one of the suitors for her hand, and whom she had most scornfully driven away. Her resistance was no use, and he dragged her into the hall. The string by which her pocket was suspended broke. Down fell the pots, and the soup and savory morsels were spilt all over the floor. When the guests saw it, they burst into shouts of mocking laughter. She was so ashamed that she would gradually have sunk into the earth. She rushed to the door and tried to escape, but on the stairs a man stopped her and brought her back. When she looked at him, it was no other than King Thrushbeard again. He spoke kindly to her and said, "Do not be afraid. I and the beggar man, who lived in the poor little hovel with you, are one and the same. For love of you I disguised myself, and I was also the houser who rode among your pots. All this I did to bend your proud spirit, and to punish you for the haughtiness with which you mocked me." She wept bitterly and said, "I was very wicked, and I am not worthy to be your wife." But he said, "Be happy. Those evil days are over. Now we will celebrate our true wedding." The wedding, the waiting woman came and put rich clothing upon her, and her father with all his courts came and wished her joy on her marriage with King Thrushbeard. Then, in truth, her happiness began. I wish we had been there to see it, and you and I. And there you have it. That there was King Thrushbeard from the Brothers Grimm. Nobody died. Everybody was great. Everybody had fun. I think it was well done. All right, friends, that leads us over to our portion of the program called Our Daily Bread. Our Daily Bread is brought to you by the Bible with Briscoe 2020. Today's reading of the Daily Bread, today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe is going to be Psalms 31 through 32 and Acts 23, 23:16 through 35. Alrighty, friends, let's see the daily bread. Today's devotion is called A Wild Sweeping Grace. And we're going to be reading Isaiah 44:21 through 23. Isaiah 34:21 through 33. Well, where is it? It's not going to give it to us. Wink. It wouldn't let me do it. There we go. All right, there we go. I don't like the new setup there, but it'll have to do. Remember these things, Jacob, for you, Ezrael, are my servant. I have made you, and you are my servant. Israel, I will not forget you. I have swept away your offenses like a cloud, your sins like the morning mist. Return to me, for I have redeemed you. Sing for joy, you heavens, for the Lord has done this. Shout aloud, you earth beneath. Burst into song, your mountains, you forests and all your trees, for the Lord has redeemed Jacob. His display, and he displays his glory in Israel. And there you have it. That was Isaiah 44:21 through 23. And that concludes the Daily Bread portion of the program brought to you by the Bible with Briscoe 2020. Yes, the Bible with Briscoe 2020 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading is going to be Psalms 31 through 32, Acts 23 through 16. All right, there we go. Thank you so much, Father, for letting this show go off without a hitch. This here has been the Shen Show. I'm going to say one more thing to you, sing another song, which would be, oh, well, goodbye, my friends, it's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends, goodbye. This here's been the Shen Show. And I'm just like to say, well, hello and how are you? This here's been Shenandoah Briscoe saying, hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning into the Shen Show. And as always, you know, God loves you and so do I. So be blessed and come back and see me tomorrow because, well, hey, I'll be here and I hope that you are too.